Alright, let's talk about the gray matter and the white matter of the spinal cord. And as we do, we'll answer the following questions. What is the gray and white matter of the spinal cord? And what are the functions of the different gray matter divisions? So let's start with this image of a spinal cord segment. This particular segment is representative of any of the spinal cord levels from C1 to C8. The spinal cord gray matter is found deep within the spinal cord, and it has this almost butterfly-looking shape. It houses the cell bodies of neurons, and its gray appearance is because those cell bodies are unmyelinated. Then the white matter is superficial and surrounds the gray matter. The white matter houses myelinated tracts of axons that travel up and down the spinal cord, and those myelinated tracts are what make the white matter white. Now let's take a closer look at the gray matter and its divisions. There's a posterior horn where general sensory and visceral sensory fibers transmit sensory information from the skin, muscles, and organs. Then there's an anterior horn that houses the cell bodies of somatic motor neurons that innervate skeletal muscle. And lastly, there's a lateral horn. The lateral horn isn't present from C1 to C8, so let's switch to a segment that represents the T1 to L2 spinal cord levels. Now we can see the lateral horn, and that is the area of gray matter that houses the cell bodies of visceral motor neurons that innervate smooth muscle. And that's the spinal cord gray matter and white matter, so let's do a quick recap. We learned the spinal cord is made up of white matter, which houses tracts of myelinated axons, and gray matter, which houses the neuron cell bodies. We also learned the posterior horn gray matter receives sensory information, the anterior horn houses the somatic motor cell bodies, and the lateral horn houses the visceral motor cell bodies. And that is it for our recap of the gray matter and white matter of the spinal cord.